You know, to the place where they go. Can't believe my eyes could see. The day I found out we see you. She invested her best in me. Yes, I know. That's so we take her. If you didn't find it, woman, pretty woman, that perfect woman, we go in by your side. That good woman, that kind of woman, brother, go by your side. If you didn't find it, woman, pretty woman. I'll be the name. Well, we want to say good day and welcome to everyone joining us at this time. Today is a special edition. We are not here on Friday, but as I told you on Sunday that we're going to be here on Friday with a very special edition with the guests that we are scheduled to have had on Sunday, the Honorable Rufus Arkoi. So tonight we'll be having discussion with him. As always, I have with me Leva. And Ben is behind the scene doing some technical adjustment. Leva, I want to say welcome.
Well, thank you. So again, it's a good thing to be here. We once again want to assure the community that this program is a community-based program, a program where we try to go inside of the community and bring out those happenings, positive or negative, whatever it is, so that we can be able to promote the positive and build, ourselves all to be able to work on the negatives as well. So we want to say we are far beyond just the regular broadcast. We also involved into outside broadcasting. If you got your programs, your wedding, you got your baby shower, you got your party, birthday party, it could be funeral services, whatever occasion you want Family Connection International to cover it, just place a call or drop a text. We want to be there and run us the best service that we can run up. We want to say God's blessings. Stay tuned. We are here, like Solo said, on a very special edition of our program, Exclusive. Thank you, Solo.
Thank you so much, Leva. This is exclusive, as you rightly said, on a very special edition. This is an exclusive edition that we're taking. I'd just like to take this time to go straight to the profile of our guest today. Today we have in us Rufus Arkoi, was born in Liberia, West Africa. He's married to Mrs. Cecilia W. Arkoi and are blessed with 5 children. And Mr. Arkoi and Cecilia have been together for 35 years consecutively, and loving years. They have lived together on Staten Island for 33 years of the 35. Educational-wise, Mr. Arkoi holds an associate in electromechanic engineering technology, a Bachelor of Arts in psychology from the City University of New York, College of Staten Island. He also earned a Master's of Science degree in elementary special education from Nyack College in New York, and a graduate level certificate in non-for-profit management from Columbia University in New York. He also has a license for special education teacher. As a professional career, he has been centered on education, social services, and human services. Mr. Arkoi currently works for Project Hospitality at the Hospitality House as a clinical supervisor, where he advocates and provides direct services to New Yorkers' homeless population and human services. Mr. Arkoi
Mr. Arkoi worked for New York Department of Education as a special education teacher and for New York City Board of Education as a trainer for pool washers and other for pool washers on election day staff. He served as director of Police Athletic League Youth Program of Staten Island and have been the chief executive officer and executive director and founder of ROZA Promotion Incorporated. Mr. Arkoi founded the following organization on Staten Island: Lofa Association in New York in 1992, established ROZA in the US in 1994, Staten Island Old Timer Association team in 1998, Ladies of Prestige in New York in 2007. The suite model was Staten Island in 2011, and he's happy to be here with us today. We want to take this time to say welcome to Mr. Rufus Arkoi. Mr. Arkoi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Faxel. Thanks to the family of the radio station. It is a pleasure and an opportunity to join you today. Thank you.
Great. Other than the introduction I did, maybe I left out something. Is there anything else you'd like to add? I don't know.
Strong passion in just helping. If I can help, I want to be around. If there's a need for help, I want to be around.
Great.
And
I think it's great to have you today. As we scheduled last week, Sunday, things were not possible. I think due to some technical connections, we could not have you here. But we'll be talking about ROZA promotion. ROZA is celebrating 40 years, so it's a lot of years. Before we go to ROZA, I know the whole coronavirus is kind of going down a little bit. How are you doing? You and the family doing?
We have been blessed for me to see in this open space the manner that we are all doing very well, no problem, health wise, very good. Thank God.
Great.
Yes.
Great. So let us go to ROZA. What is ROZA promotion all about? Give us a background. Give us a history.
Growing up playing soccer on 12th Street mainly in the early 80s, there came a time that we needed people with common heads, putting it that way, common thinking and behavior to just come together to play on Tottenham High Field. So a handful of us decided to play in a group, and we agreed the name to be ROZA. So we started as a community soccer team and then grew up to other services of humor in at different levels and different areas. So ROZA was just a community soccer team on 12th Street using Tottenham High Field to play.
So from Tottenham High, where is ROZA today? I understand ROZA did not want to end on Tottenham High. It's also established in the U.S. Tell us about it. How did it begin in the U.S.?
In June 81, we started, as I said, on Tottenham High, and we did a lot there. I came here and got involved with sports, but adult sports. ROZA was a youth level sport. So I got involved with other sports, mainly in Newark, New Jersey, on a junior professional team as manager. I managed that team for 3 years, took it from never ever making the playoff to my first year as manager having its worst year. The first year, of course, I had multiple and diverse personality to deal with as usual with Liberians. So I had to watch, and for the first year, then I
I presented a style and a plan to the management of the organization and allowed them to let me take full responsibility in doing it a certain way. And let's see if they'll be different or I resign. We adults, and most of these adults were former national team players that have interacted with in the early 90s in Liberia. This is around early 80s, rather. This is around 91, 92 in Newark. So from being the worst team my first year, we're not winning a game. We went the next year to go into the playoff. The following year, go into the playoff. So it was a design, a plan that we all followed. That was a success story. So around 2003, I we started experiencing the influx of refugees coming from Ghana, the Ivory Coast, mainly onto Staten Island. A peaceful, quiet community. It had its own challenges then, but with the influx of these newcomers who were refugees, it posed on us as a community and a society in general a different kind of challenge that I have never seen growing up in Liberia. The kids that came were different. And the difference does not mean they were bad. They were just different that we were not too used to. So there was nothing in place here on Staten Island to assist the families to get adjusted into the American society. I was a teacher assistant at the time, and I was smaller in size, but more active in playing. So we used to play PS in the yard of Public School 57 near 280, the building, the school there. I saw skills in these kids. They could play. They could play. Reminded me of running ROZA in Liberia when I myself played. I got interested in organizing stuff for them. Various stuff we organized. Mainly we started with just a team. Yes, young guys playing on the under 19 New York State team. This was in so I organized ROZA here in 94 to actually cater to the influx of refugee coming over from the Ivory Coast and Ghana. Period. And we had programs like sporting programs mainly as an attraction. I couldn't get to the parents otherwise, but I attracted the kids. So we build good bond. We play. We really play ball to an extent that we got together and won New York State under 19 championship. It was strange to see a dark skinned team going in the state league at every level. So these kids have something to look forward to, something to challenge them, something to make them celebrate, something to validate them, something to value them, something to make them feel important. Put it that way. It was their show, and we were blessed at the time. We had just funding and attention. That was the beginning.
Mr. Arkoi,
Yeah.
going to the Honor 19 New York State, winning a the Honor 19 was not an easy thing. Is there
No.
any of those kids that was on that team successful to play professional football today?
Yes. What's the last name? Luo went to professional play. Luo went. What that group of kids mostly achieved or had opportunity to was schooling. Most of them were offered scholarship to go higher. Of course, that came with its own challenges of young people not being prepared academically. That was another set of issues. But among them, on the under 19 team, at the last run of it, Luo went to professional.
Great. As we say, we have with us today the Honorable Rufus Arkoi, founder of ROZA Promotion. If you're just joining us, you have a comment, drop us a comment. If you have a question, don't hesitate. Go ahead and drop us a question. Honorable Arkoi is here. We're talking about ROZA. ROZA is celebrating 40 years of existence. We'll be looking at challenges, we'll be looking at achievement, and we'll also look at what plans the ROZA have for the celebration. Let me go over to my colleague, Leva. Leva?
Yeah, thank you, Solo. Want to say, Mr. Arkoi, welcome.
Thank you.
Again, it's quite a privilege to have you on this program. I mean, you just explained a very touching story. How was the transition like taking Rosa from just a soccer team to turn it into what it has become?
You know, it took myself to change. It took me to change. You read my profile. I have a degree, electromechanical engineering technology. I did not drop out. I was in my senior year of graduating. It is an associate in my young days, of course. I have the academic foundation to achieve any level of education. I showed from my master and going beyond. But look, to be able to help somebody, I needed to help myself. I needed to understand. And the point came, even being offered job with Con Edison, New York City Transit, I turned them down. I had to switch from playing with computer, playing with data, playing with a lot of numbers to go to learn human being. I went on to psychology. In my professional life, when I talk to people, how did you? They see the money. They don't see the preparation I was making to help a generation of people. But I learned in the field of psychology, I was very specific. So I first helped myself. I prepared myself to deal, to understand the people. Then I learned more than their needs, their immediate need to whom I dealt with to socialize. There was deficiency in educational foundation. There were families who brought kids here who were not their own. There were kids who just follow relatives, who families who just wanted to be in the U.S. Of course, yes, did not dream or thought of any challenge or any set of challenges they would have met here. So it was family by family. When I write and say there is no Liberian family on Staten Island, absolutely none. I'm on this show come that did not directly or indirectly benefit from the work of Rosa. That's exactly what I mean. If the newcomers today are not related to those benefits, they look back to the family in which they have come to will tell you out of my son, my uncle, my this benefited, whatever the benefits were. So I made an adjustment to be able to adjust to work with the newcomers. And it has since been, a glorifying one. I am glad. It did not come with money. I am broke as the adjustment brought, but I am extremely satisfied that being able to change a life, being able to change some lives that I'm so proud of today.
Thank you very much. Somebody listening to us who want to know as to whether ROSA is a kind of non-for-profit organization that is let's say a kind of institution that has board members or something like that, or is a sole proprietorship organization. Because they
No,
kept on saying, you kept on hearing the word so they just want to know the structure or how is the inner functions of ROSA like.
if you go to the website, you will see if our board chairman is Reverend Rufus Reeds. Our chief operating officer, Sharon Daniels. The chief financial officer, Richard Akwe. These are all master level folks. Advisor to come to me, Kuala Cooper. So if you read on the leadership I provide, the collaboration we do together. If you look at the inner work of our 40th birthday, you will see the diversity of our professional hands being put to it. You will see, even when we ran Rosa at this point, we had employees up to 21 doing different stuff at different levels. having a band, art therapy. These are all professional staff coming in to teach music. So I provide the leadership.
Okay, thank you very
But
much.
we are blessed to have today, as we're coming back. No, 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 no. And again, coming back is to say, if you're leading somebody, you must be prepared. So if I should try to change you, I should be the change I want to see in you. And even coming back, I have done a lot of such in myself to adjust professionally in every which way to get ready to recruit qualified, committed, honest, and passionate people at this time to work with me.
Yeah, Mr. Akwe, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I'll soon be turning it over to my colleague on the other side of our studio over there, Brother Solomon. But before we go to Brother Solomon, were there any point in the history of Rosa that you feared of giving up? We're talking about a 40th anniversary. Was there any point, okay, that you feared that I think I can't make it anymore and let me just let it all go?
Uh, Mr. Arkoi, I don't know what is internet connection. We're not getting you. Levi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here solo.
Yeah, Mr. Arkoi, just make some little adjustment. I don't know what is your Wi-Fi or what have you. Or we're not getting you. Can you get us, Mr. Arkoi?
Look, yes. And I had to scale back.
Mr. Arkoi, we're not getting you really. I think you have some. The video is freezing. Some Wi-Fi connection problem. We can make
Are you
some
hearing
adjustments.
me, Levi?
No, not yet. I think you got to make some adjustment. By the way, we have on the show tonight Mr. Rufus Arkoi, founder of ROZA Promotion. They are celebrating 40 years in existence. That's a lot of time. As my brother Riley said, there are a lot of people who benefited from ROZA, a lot of young people who came to Staten Island, New York since 1994, had the opportunity to play soccer. Most of them benefited to go to college, got scholarships, some play some professional football. And for young people to even
Very
get them
clearly.
together.
Are you hearing me? Solo.
Yeah, I think we're hearing you now. Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead, Mr. Albert.
Having trouble connecting. This is often caused by an unstable internet connection. Move louder.
Yep, as we rightly said, we want to see whether we can have him set up, then we'll continue the discussion. But I know for sure that many of them benefited young people. I don't know, Minister Lever, trying to get young people together to be very active is also very necessary because, like, if you keep them busy, you know, you keep them idle, as people said it, idle mind is the devil's workshop. So I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that we lack in our society in in the states here currently with our young people and in our community, the Park Hill starting out in community and other sub communities. The problem there is that like our brother Akwe said, they the elderly people, the older people need to be able to invest some of their time, to create positive distraction for the young people. Many of our young people today, they are doing some things that we don't like, or we might not be giving credence to because they don't have an option. Okay, so that was a smart move, and I think that the youth investment or getting yourself involved, you being an example, coming down to the young people, trying to pass over what you've learned over to the young people. You're creating an avenue that tomorrow to come you will see the young people flourishing, that tomorrow to come you will see a very vibrant and active community. Because the young people, believe me, they are the energy that every society needs to be able to move forward. You need the young people. But the question is, what kind of a young generation do you have? Do you have a prepared young generation that will make positive impacts? Or do you have a generation that would create a kind of a situation in the community that everyone will also be running away from the communities, that people will not find the community as a safe zone? So all does not just depend on the young people, on the group of young people we have. We, the other people that are within the community have a very massive role to play. And until the elderly ones can take up the mantle to say we have a responsibility to set a legacy, to lead a trail mark for our young people to follow, we always have a difficult society. So having Rosa being existing, like we heard the story our brother just outlined before going are going to do his technical adjustment. I mean, it's a touching story, and I think it's something that we all need to learn from. And those that are following us, they have to copy that ethnic pattern to be able to install it into the younger generation that we have today.
Great. We just want to bring back on the screen our brother. I think he did some adjustment. He's kind of good. So there was an issue that my brother asked. The challenges. Was there at any time that you decide to give up? That running this thing is kind of frustrating.
The answer is yes. And the answer is yes. And for some time, I had to scale back. The frustration has not been, will not be, couldn't have been with the kids that I wanted to work with. It was not. The frustration was, continue to be, and I have adjusted to see with the adults who were mostly spectators to what was happening, doubters of what would happen, and skeptics to what they saw around them. So most of the challenges I encountered did not come from the kids. The kids wanted to roll. As today, I decided to come back out after the 4th year. I said, look, let me come back from scaling back and just come wild again. The kids are ready. They're adults in the community mainly. Adults around have been the challenge. And I know will continue to be the challenge. But the passion I have to work with kids will never die till I die. Never.
That's
So
great.
all I did was just scale back out of frustration. And just sometimes now to say I'm away, I never left it. Never. I will scale back from the US, then I increase my work in Liberia, or I increase my work in the refugee camp in Ghana. Or I go somewhere else, just scale back from Staten Island mainly. It being the US here is my base. I just scale back and just watch. But I'm working in other areas. Yeah, it gets very frustrating. Very.
Okay. We got a couple of photos here. I'd like to share these photos. Can you tell us what this all about?
This we had prison to bring awareness, to encourage our community people to get involved in the vaccination process. Not even to say get involved, but this was an opportunity to say, look, come and listen to professionals who are in the health field to give you reason to take this vaccination or not to, but have some information upon which you will make decision. That's what that was about.
Great. Let me try to share another one from here to see whether you'll be able to tell us what it's all about. Because I know Rosa been around here for a very long time, and there are a lot of things you guys been engaged in. So we just want to see what would let our viewers know. What is this all about?
Oh, this is the work in Liberia. The picture on the top was a computer training class we offer with collaboration with Printing Press for 12 young girls to go to computer training. And the one below is a branch of our Ladies of Prestige in Morovia. These are recruited, I think, 18 young college graduate or college women, young women, to teach them or to encourage them to get involved in community organizing. So these two pictures are about Liberia. And both of them are currently active. The young girls on the top graduated in February. Now the ladies of prestige are working with the leadership in Morovia to celebrate ROZA 40th in Liberia.
Was it just a one-time cycle where you selected people to benefit, or is it a continual process?
No, it will continue. We have a very beautiful office space compound that at the time we did this, we did it at our collaborating partners headquarters. We will now be bringing it at our headquarters, and we have furnished it to take in training.
Great.
It's ongoing. The next cycle of training will be the under 14 boys. They were playing soccer at the time, so we took the young girls to go. The young girls were not playing kickball. So now the boys are about to end their soccer season. They may be having their last game this Sunday. Then they will come.
What this photos is all about? I see a couple of photos you collage soccer players. I see a group of women, and what have you? Do you care to tell us what this all about?
Yes, we had a cultural dance troupe that took part in a statewide cultural festival. The top left, that's my back turned to you, and young girls. These girls are mostly married women, fully educated today. So it's the same cultural troupe that's below them and going down. On the bottom of the page, on the left side, the bottom, are the girls on stage. If you see the audience there are mostly Caucasian. They were demonstrating their cultural richness to a group of young white kids who we needed to teach about the richness of our culture. And the same group of girls in the middle, yes. On the far right, girls soccer team. On the top two photos are the under 10 and under 12 boys team. On one of those teams, today Darlington Nangwe played for one of those teams. The one on top, he's playing for the U.S. national team today. The bottom two teams are the girls soccer team we call ROZA Inja. The bottom right, those girls, ROZA Inja, was the first and only all African immigrant soccer team, not only in the state of New York at the time, in the entire USA. There was nowhere with all girls under 10, 12, or 14 soccer team playing anywhere. We did research and we found today those girls, two of them went to colleges, we will say separately, got scholarship from their soccer skill. One was a goalie, one was a midfielder. And most of them play on the Staten Island High School, on the Staten Island High School teams. Nuda, Curtis, Port Richmond, and not my key, Susan Wagner. They play for those high schools.
Great. We also have a couple of other photos here. I think we just let you, maybe that will be our last one. So we can look at plans that you have for this 40th celebration. I see 10th anniversary celebration. Tell us, what
This
was this
is
celebration about?
These are the sweet mothers. They are 10 years old. This Mother's Day that just passed made this group 10 years old. It's right on the island. I think you may have gone to some of their functions. These are all women. My wife is one of them. If you look among them, you should find my wife. If you miss, then it'll be trouble. But my wife is one of them. And those are all, most of her friends who we decided to bring together to say, look, channel your leisure time into something you can discuss to support one another, and they did that well. So they came together and went out and recruited acts, some older women in the community. They have been advised by one of the reputable ladies in the community, Mrs. Jaipo, to manage them. These are women. Uh, Another woman manage them in terms of being the advisor. So that's another group being formed.
Great. So tell us, what do you have lined up for this 40th celebration here in the United States?
It's a 3 days event. On Friday night, we have been blessed to have
Friday, what date is it? Friday what?
Friday the 11th of June.
June 11th.
We have
Okay.
we have an indoor program at Olympia Boulevard. That's Crystal Ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
At that program, we really want to tell some people thank you. There are some people who actually lend hand to what we've done in the past to sustain us, to upgrade us. So,
Nephew, can you talk to my wife at the bike?
I can hear her. Hold on, let me see. See, mothers are having meetings. What?
I know this is Family Connection International. It's a family program, and we have a little bit of noise from the bike, but I know this is going to be well. We only got like 15, 20 minutes to go. If you're just joining us, you have a comment, drop us a comment. If you have anything you want to contribute, don't hesitate. We just want to acknowledge our brother Afra, who is watching us from Lofa County, Republic of Liberia. Afra wants to say thank you so much for being up at this time, at least to follow us and to listen to our contribution, Afra. It's great that you are here and being a part of it. Yeah, Brother Rufus, tell us what you got lined up. You said June 11th, Friday.
It's the indoor program, Crystal Ballroom festivity, acknowledgement, honoring some great people, and bring back some of our young guys who were in the community who benefited earlier, went away. We're making it also a reunion weekend. That will be on Friday night. Ball, dance, tuxedo, black tie affairs. On Saturday, we're going to the beach.
Okay, let me hold you there. Is it the Friday event free of charge, or people will have to pay to be present?
It is $75.
Okay, I think go ahead.
It is an anniversary. Look, for once I say, take pride in having an organization, Liberian owned, Liberian run, that have existed for 40 consecutive years.
Is this the ticket I got on the screen?
That's it. The promotion is up. The ticket is in the bottom. $75. If you cannot come for any reason, donate $40 as our gift for being in existence for 40 years. Just make a donation to us.
So the ticket is in 2-4. If you are not attending, at least there's a $40 upstairs. Just make a donation to this organization that are contributing a lot to young people, to youth who have benefited. Some have gone to college, got a scholarship. If you are coming to be a part of this event, just give us $75. Come in, have an open. Is there an open bar? Have some meal, have some drink, and what have you?
Live performance, open bar. And we're blessed to have one of New York State top politicians coming as the guest speaker. So other politicians will be in the house, mingle, tango with politicians. It'll be good.
Great. Tell us the next day, Saturday. What's going to happen on Saturday?
Saturday is a cool off day. We're going to the beach. On the beach, just barbecuing, hot dog, chicken, burger, just family time. It's cool off time. Take the family, get hand food, eat, go swim a little bit, enjoy yourself out with us.
Which beach are you talking? Tell us, where's the location? Give us the address. This is not a secret. If I cannot come to the dinner.
Fala Capitano, that's Midland Beach, off Fala Capitano. Midland Beach, off Fala Capitano.
Okay. That would be a free. That would be a free event.
That's
That'll be
totally
full.
free from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. On Friday, I come back. It will start at 7:30. We're going to start on time on Friday night, please. Then on
7:30 to what? Okay.
Sunday is the biggest one. Of course, the
Okay.
ball is big on Sunday. It's free, but we're having live performance. There's soccer game to come. You know, that's into it. We do have the Haitian All Star to come in on Sunday. The Spanish All Star, one of Liberia's premier teams in the USA. Philadelphia Lone Star will be here. Trenton Old Timer and our Old Timer. So we just have 6 teams to mix up to play on Sunday. There's live performance from one of Liberia's top performer today. Will be on stage live. There will be a stage, and it will be fun on Sunday. Come, there will be a lot of vendors.
What Sunday activities? Where would the Sunday activities be? Tell us, give us
Broadway
a location.
Henderson, Corporal Townsend Park.
What time? Give us the time.
Broadway and Henderson. That will start from 2 p.m. and it will run to 10 p.m.
2 to 10 p.m. on Sunday, all day activities.
Yes.
So the old timer soccer game. And there will be also a live performance at the sport pit.
Don't miss it. No way. Don't miss that.
I know that. And given the fact that CDC has said that there's no more masks, no more 6 feet distance. People being in-house for a very long time. Don't you think it's a perfect opportunity for people to show up? At least come out. And moreover, come out and refresh and be with friends, be with family members.
Come, plus celebrate with us. It has not been an easy journey for the last time. Come outside to celebrate.
I know.
Please.
We have 3 days event. We got Friday, which will be a ball. We got Saturday, we'll be on the beach, Father Cabadana, and we got Sunday. That's all ROZA is all about. Soccer, social. Soccer will be, tabella will be on display. Nephew, will you be on the pitch?
I'm looking. That question was thrown to me, I think, by my son, and I'm looking forward to it. So I need to do some jogging these few days, even if it is 15 minutes. I love coming out. I love showing the kids that this is how we play when we play. When I'm teaching my son, who almost went pro at a given time, I taught him this is how we play when we play.
Yeah, so because you talk about old timer. So we want to see the old timer coming out doing something.
I will try to be ready. I think I'm fine.
Okay. So we can let our viewers know come out on Sunday. That will be on the tech team, right? 11, 12, yes. The tech team, yes.
Yes.
And you will see Mr. Rufus Arkoi on the pitch playing tabella.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm ready.
And I'm sure that you will see other people that you haven't seen in a very long while because given the fact that COVID, people coming out from Philadelphia into New York. Yes. I know there will be people from different community, Spanish community, other community.
Brooklyn. Yes. Brooklyn. 2 of the teams will be coming from Brooklyn. 1 is coming from New Jersey. 1 is coming from Pennsylvania.
What a great celebration. What a great celebration. ROZA at 40 years. Having young people engaged, having young people. Because people say, idle mind is a devil's workshop. If somebody sitting there idle and not doing anything, but having them engaged is a great thing we can do. Helping our young people, keeping them busy. Or else they will follow wrong friends and they will get themselves into trouble. Nephew. I think Nephew will need to switch your gear a little bit. Please. I understand you are an opinion leader in the Staten Island Liberian community. And you've been here for over 33 years. So it means if you are not part of forming Silka, maybe you were here when Silka was formed. Tell us a little how Silka all began. I don't know whether you met it here.
I met it here. Let me make that clear. I met Silka here. I follow what was practiced here. And I work with other people to put some shape around it. It was here. And thank God, great people work hard to keep Silka on running when we got here.
Great, great, great. Because we just coming over to this place maybe barely less than the amount of years you stay here. And we heard about name that the late Better Curtis was president. We heard about Etta Brown, you know, talk about Port. Those are names that we hear. Were there any other name beyond that name that existed?
Before those names, there was Alfred Penner. There was a Johnson, Reverend Johnson, one. Not the Reverend Johnson we have today. There's another Mark Johnson, then Alfred Penner, then Peter Don. So in the early 90s, when I got involved with Silka work, yes, those folks were here.
Great. Given the fact that you've been here for a very long time, what did you see as a major problem with Silka?
I think I started observing in 97, 98. And I spoke it, I will speak it again. The community at large, we should tie into Silka, has not been able to establish the distinction between the doers and the talkers. We haven't drawn a line. When you talk about class, people think about discrimination. No. We must stand firm and distinguish people of this community from just talkers and doers. People who have performed, that you can measure their successes, you must credit them, acknowledge them, place them in a category separate. If people see this category is of people who have achieved in building their own families, in maintaining class and character, I can be able to say they have some integrity. Come on, folks will follow. But we allow kids who want to be noticed, who want to just be shouting, to sit with us, shout with us, disturb what is being planned. When you leave it with them, they have no clue on where to take it from where you left it to even a step forward. This has happened again, and again. Most of the folks that are holding back Silka are ill prepared to manage anything. I say it loudly. Ill prepared to even manage an insurance coverage on a vehicle, to even manage a family. But they are the loudest talker. Those who have those abilities that can have proven it and can stand by them are not allowed to. They come and they either push one another aside. We need to stand firm on that. If there's a line drawn that for a boy to come in the men's soccer, he must earn it, Silka will run properly. We
Yeah,
mix
but
too many boys with men.
I agree. But these people are also part of the community. I
Yeah,
agree. In every grouping, there will be people who talk and there will be people who work. But there's no way that you can say they cannot be part because they
no,
are
no, no,
part.
no, 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 no.
So how
No.
do we work with them?
Let
Because
me
I know
give you an example.
you've been here very long. I
Let me
don't
give you
think
an
you
example.
said it started in the 90s. So before the 90s, it means things were well.
You heard a
What
lot
did
of
they do
people.
differently that we
You
can do this
heard
time around? Yeah.
you heard a lot of people. Even when Emmanuel Sigma is doing his commentary and writing, if you read, he will tell you successful administration. He will tell you this administration was successful. The class of guys that were running things stayed together. They worked on the problems. I serve as chairman of this of the board of directors here. I encourage bureaucrats to come in. Tell me on my time as chairman and bureaucrats this time, the late Deacon is so rest in peace, time as chair. When we went to meeting, we couldn't just allow a little kid just jump in the meeting and start blowing it up. No. It did not happen. That's the example I'm giving. Let me give you a typical practical example that you benefited from. The election. Why you think the election was stalled for 3 years? Think about it. You ever thought about it? The election you just won, you know, we're hanging around for 3 years? Why? This is the same thing. Sometimes I say this is a joke. When Bishop Singley asked me, I said, Bishop, we come in this thing here to make sure certain things are carried on uncompromised. And sometimes the folks don't like to see it like that. Is it producing result? Yes, it will always produce result. You have to be honest. You have to be straightforward. You have to come up with plans. You must stick with the plan. You don't come because you talk to me, I call you uncle, nephew, then you have a backdoor channel to get to me. Then I use that backdoor channel, leverage of my position, and start flourishing all around the place. No. If we agree on this date of being this, we agree. We agree on this method of doing that, we agree. We stick to it, to what we have agreed on. Too many flexibility would dictate signs of unreadiness to have anything. At the end of the day, all of the exceptional things you bring in will now become the norm, and nothing is done.
I know.
Nothing is done.
I know. But Mr. Arkoi, you talk about talkers and doers. And election don't always give you the right people. It's not the right way of, maybe the electorate will choose somebody. You know what happens in elections. It's based on the person they want. People may not look at substance. Are you sure that those who are elected are not talkers? Are they doers?
Now, let's take, for example, we have a core group of people who were elected, including yourself. When I said earlier, you must build the change within you that you want to see. Are you, Mr. Fasher, a talker or a doer? How do you describe yourself, a talker or a doer?
The point here, the thing is a general question, right?
No,
the electorate are not looking at your way of looking. You have one vote. You know exactly when you want to cast your vote, you know who you want to vote for because you know their substance and you know what they bring to the table. Unlike other people, I'm voting because my sister asked me to vote for this president.
I got you.
That's possible.
It is. When I say look at you, for example, I know you to be a principle-minded man. Do not go sit among a clique or a group of 8 other board members of Silka who don't come to meeting, who are too busy to go to the functions of Silka, who, whatever it is, for them to come to, and you allow it. Ask them to please leave. Ask anybody who served during the time we served. We told people to leave the board. Please, this is not for you. Leave. We will write you. We will stay with you to leave the board or whatever will be for you to get you out. Will get you out. If the board will be reduced to 5 people, let there be 5 working people. Follow what the Constitution says. Now, if you have an executive who's coming there to say just wearing the title for the name, hold him accountable. That's just what I say. You have to enter the arena being serious. But if you know a lot of the guys around you are only there for, I want to be called Silka board member, you just flow with it. You have started to flux around with them. Don't. You have to set standard that you believe in, the standard upon which you are elected. I don't care how they call you. The standard is the standard. And hold people accountable to the standard. You'll be able to change at least 2 out of the 8 if they're not. But we are blessed. I must tell you, I saw the core group of people coming in this time. I'll be very honest with you. I like what I have seen. I like what I saw. I like the muscular, the passion Snyder is showing. I love it. His vice president and the board member, I love it. Now, challenge one another. You know, you have to say, Mr. Snyder, you are not taking over your personal farm. You are not taking over Snyder Incorporation. Go create your personal organization and do that too. This is Silka. We have to do it according to this manual. We have to do it according to this. For day one, you have to let Mr. Snyder know that. If a board chairman is elected, you have to let him know, young man, we're not on your farm. I'm not working for your corporation. This is Silka.
I know. I think there could be another long discussion for another day. But one final question on Silka, right? I know the Constitution is silent on transition, but I know precedent lead to law. You've been here for other regime. What's the procedure? What's the procedure in transitioning from newly elected leadership, from the old leadership to the new leadership, both the executive and the board? In past time, what's the tradition that have been followed?
Somebody has to be in charge. That's the beginning. Like you said, it is not written anywhere. Somebody has to be in charge. Somebody has to take the lead. Now, between the two bodies, the outgoing and the incoming, there needed to be a unit today, a committee of at least 3 people who will be holding both sides, drawing both sides to the table. Transition is living from point A to point B. In the middle has to be somebody that's reaching out one hand, reaching the other hand out, drawing people to the middle to look at what will be transitioned, documents, power, whatever it is, philosophy, policy. Somebody has to be in that middle. Somebody with experience. So a committee, just how the election commission was formed, the transition committee needed to be formed immediately. Or even while the election matter was going on, somebody should have been in charge of transition today. That will be bringing these people. My man, yeah, we need this bank books ready. We're meeting here with them. We need that ready. We're meeting here with them. Like whatever the election commission has today, we have document, we have money. That body should have been in place to receive the documented money with the outgoing and incoming administration right there. The body receives it from the election commission and pass it on to the incoming administration. So a commission need to be established. A committee need to be established immediately.
Who established the committee? Is it the incoming?
No.
Because you got two establishments there. You got the executive, you got the board. Who established that? Is it the executive and the board just sit and wait, or the board have to be involved? Who's supposed to do this?
Right now, the elected board, the elected executive got absolutely no power to execute anything in Silka.
Absolutely. That's right.
No power. So the outgoing chairman, the incoming chairman must press on the outgoing chairman today. Demand, don't request. There's some things to request as a discretionary point. I demand that we have a transitional team today. Remember, you are coming to lead. You are entitled to it. You are not begging for it. So a letter should have been written today from the executive to the outgoing president in right letter sent on record. We need this transitional team. So it's not to say Abraham is, if I feel like, no. I always say we're not on Abraham farm. We're not going to Snyder's farm. It's none of the 5. Demand it. I need it within 72 hours. That should have been done. The team is in place. No more than 3 people. Gathering all what we need from the old people and be ready to pass it on to the new people. That should have been done. And if it is not done by now, the incoming board could meet as incoming board just privately, demand on the president to have that letter written before midnight tonight, Mr. President. Even though we're not acting, but we're not in the Silka umbrella yet, or Honor Silka's umbrella to act in the capacity, but as elected board member, we are telling you to have that letter ready by 12 midnight.
I know.
Begin to feel that he has a board that will demand.
I might not speak for AB. AB have accepted our invitation to be here on Sunday, just letting our community know I know AB will be able to answer this question. I guess that is already ongoing, and hopefully that those who elected will soon be inducted. Mr.
And we are
Arkoi, I
blessed to
know
have a very flexible, outgoing president as AB. Very flexible, very accommodating.
Mr. Arkoi, our time is fast spent.
Thank
I
you.
think I just want to ask you maybe for your parting comment. What would you like to say to our many followers that we didn't ask you tonight?
I want to say first thanks to you, the host, to all of the followers who have supported ROZA over the many years. Many of you, I say thank you. Many people had some contribution to make to our 40 years. Thank you. I ask, I encourage, I plead with you all to join us on the weekend of the 11th, going through the 13th, to celebrate with us. We say thank you to honor this celebration. Our renew ROZA is coming back. Thank you. Thank you and thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Rufus Arkoi, founder of ROZA Promotion USA, and also working in Liberia.
Yes.
And they are celebrating 40 years of existence. As you rightly said, from June 11, 12 to the 13th will be activities right here on Staten Island, New York. If you need more information, you can reach out to Mr. Arkoi. He has ticket for a dinner on Friday that you can be a part of, a barbecue Saturday, and football activity that will be on Sunday. Until then, we'll be back here on Sunday with Silka President Mr. Abraham Tucker, who has been magnanimous for giving us. He's magnanimous. He agreed to give us his time on Sunday, 1 hour, to discuss his challenges and his achievement. Also tell us a way forward to transition. Until then, be back here on Sunday, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.